Mind Buddy is sitting quietly in a room full of people, with the same simple round face and small black eyes, looking calm but a little tired. Maybe you have felt this too, when someone suddenly says, "So, how's the weather?" and you smile politely but inside you feel empty, because nothing real just happened. This is where our story begins, because today Mind Buddy wants to talk to you about the psychology of people who hate small talk. Maybe you are one of them, or maybe you know someone like this, someone who stays quiet in groups. Someone who avoids casual chats. Someone who feels more drained after talking than before. This does not mean they are rude, cold, or boring. It simply means their mind works a little differently, and Mind Buddy understands that deeply. Mind Buddy has been there many times, standing in an elevator, hearing quick questions that do not really mean anything, and feeling the urge to escape, not because of fear, but because of a lack of meaning. The first thing to understand is that people who hate small talk usually crave depth. Their brain is not looking for noise. It is looking for connection. When a conversation stays on the surface, their mind feels underused, like a book that is never opened. Mind Buddy notices that during small talk, their energy slowly drops. Their simple line mouth turns flat, their eyes look tired. They are listening, but not feeling anything. Psychology tells us that some people are naturally wired to think inwardly. They process thoughts deeply. They notice patterns, emotions, and unspoken meanings. So when the conversation is only about traffic, weather, or random updates, their brain asks a quiet question. Why are we talking if nothing is being shared? This question is not judgment, it is confusion. Mind Buddy often feels confused too, because small talk has rules that feel invisible. When to laugh. When to respond. How long to stay interested. This mental effort can feel exhausting, especially for people who prefer honesty and depth. Here is something important Mind Buddy wants you to know. Hating small talk does not mean hating people. It means hating empty exchange. Many people misunderstand this. They think quiet people are unfriendly. But in reality, these people often care deeply. They just want conversations to feel real. When Mind Buddy finally meets someone who talks about feelings, ideas, dreams, fears, or even a meaningful experience, something changes. Mind Buddy's face softens, the eyes look alive. Suddenly energy appears, because now the brain feels safe and interested. Psychology explains this simply. Meaningful conversations activate emotional connection. Small talk often activates social performance. Performance drains energy, connection gives energy. This is why people who hate small talk often love deep late-night talks, one-on-one conversations, or quiet moments with someone they trust. There is no pressure to perform, only space to be real. Mind Buddy remembers sitting at a family gathering, surrounded by voices, laughter, and quick questions, and still feeling lonely in the crowd because no one was really present. This loneliness is common for people who dislike small talk, not because they are alone, but because they feel unseen. Another reason small talk feels uncomfortable is because it often feels fake. People say things they do not mean, ask questions they do not care about, follow scripts learned over time. People like Mind Buddy value authenticity. Their brain reacts strongly to honesty. So when words feel empty, the mind quietly pulls away. You might notice this in yourself too. Short replies, polite nods, waiting for the conversation to end. Psychology also tells us that many people who hate small talk are highly sensitive to mental stimulation. They notice tone, pauses, facial expressions, and emotional shifts. Even a short, shallow conversation can feel like too much input without reward. That is why silence often feels more comfortable. Silence is not empty for them. It is peaceful. It gives the mind room to breathe. Mind Buddy often sits in silence with a thinking expression, feeling calm, not bored, because silence allows reflection. Reflection feels meaningful. In daily life, this shows up in simple ways. Preferring text over calls, choosing a quiet cafe over a noisy party, avoiding random conversations with strangers. Society often pushes the idea that being social means talking a lot. Psychology reminds us that being social also means listening, feeling, and connecting deeply. People who hate small talk often excel at deep listening. When you finally open up to them, they remember details, emotions, and moments, because they were truly present. Mind Buddy smiles softly here, because this is a strength, not a weakness. Still, the world is built around quick interactions. People like Mind Buddy often feel pressure to change, to talk more, to seem more outgoing. This pressure creates self-doubt. Is something wrong with me? Mind Buddy answers clearly, no, nothing is wrong with you. Your mind simply values depth over surface. The key is not forcing yourself to love small talk. It is understanding your needs and respecting them. It also helps to understand others. Some people use small talk as a bridge, not a destination. It helps them feel safe before opening up. When Mind Buddy understands this, the confusion softens, patience grows. Instead of judging small talk, Mind Buddy sees it as a door. Sometimes behind the door is depth, sometimes there is not. Both are okay. Allow silence when you need it. Remember, like Mind Buddy, you do not need to speak a lot to be deeply connected. Sometimes depth begins with quiet understanding. If this story felt like you, subscribe, because here, quiet minds are understood.